This
We will see
conference
this.
will now be recorded.
We will see this in our coming classes. Okay. So we have this financial accounting, which is FI module, controlling CO, logistics will be for MM, okay, sales and distribution, and material management, and plant and maintenance. All right. So the financial guy will be defining a company first. All right. So company can be your Tata, it can be your Reliance, or it can be your client. Okay, whomsoever you are working for. So they will give you a company to be defined. So these are the companies. You can also define your own companies by copying, by selecting and copying anything. But as this is the activity from the finance guy, okay, we can use it, but we should be knowing it, what it is. If you select and go inside, you can see the information. So in the real-time projects, you will get this information from your
Sorry,
client.
is this recording? I'm unable to check whether it's recording or not. Can you
I
record
think it is. It is. It's recording in progress.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So this will be your company, and company code is 888. Sorry, 48s. So it does not have much of information. Rather, it has where it is located and what will be the address. Okay. And again, the same thing. All right. So there is again a business area. Okay. So under company code, there will be one business area which does not have any information. You don't see a magnifying glass. So to see anything, or if you double click on this, you can't go inside. So this is just the area. If a company has like a working area in Bangalore, it has in Hyderabad. So you have to define what business area it is. So they will also define that, the finance guy. So define profit center. So this profit center is used in our material master. We will see in our different sessions, okay, in the later sessions. So this is very important. So whatever you do a transaction in SAP, it goes and hit a GL account, and it also hits some profit center. So via this profit center, they will understand that what will be the profit or loss, the balance sheets, okay. So this is something which they define. We can see if something is available by standard. So this is how it looks like. We can use the dummy. All right. So you have company codes inside, you have the address, and so on. So this is just good to know information, nothing to remember from production planning side. So again, in the controlling will be done by the CO, FICO team. So in logistics general, we have our information. So whenever you start your production activity, so production will be done under the plant itself. We don't work outside the plant. Anything which will happen, the production activity will be related to a plant. All the configurations will be related to a plant. Okay, so plant is something which is important for us. Okay, so we have different plants available in the SAP. Okay, we can choose any of these to work on. All right, try taking 1720 or 1710, which is like a default plants given by the SAP. Okay, even this 1010 or 1000 is also fine, but I see someone has changed. Why I'm saying go with the standard, because all the settings related to finance, okay, everything related to warehouse, all the settings, like from all the modules. Okay, SAP has given properly. Okay, if we copy, we may not make all the necessary changes which are required. So we will get some issues while running our cycles. Okay, so here this node is only important for us to understand. I'll tell you one more thing which is important here. Okay, so if you see this, we don't see much of necessary information. It's like street address, postal address, region, right? But this is important, factory calendar. Okay, so what is factory calendar? Every factory will have their public holidays. They will have the week offs. Okay, if they are working 24/7, it will be mapped to a factory calendar. So if a business says that, okay, I want my factory, okay, to be considered working 24/7, we can modify this factory calendar. Okay, but by default, this factory calendar has 5 working days. Saturday and Sunday is off in this. And also we can see just an overview of how this factory calendar looks like. We have a lot of factory calendars which are defaulted in the system. Okay, for every country, they have their information. So if you take something in Dubai, that week will start from Sunday rather than on Monday. Okay, so it will have your Friday and Saturday off. If you take something in US, it will have Saturday and Sunday off. India, it will have something like that. But you can also modify, like I mentioned. So year 2021, you can go inside. All right, so see this greens, these are Saturday and Sunday off. So you have this information already, the public holidays. So if anything is falling under public holidays, the system, when you create a production order on Saturday, it does not stop you, but it will give you a warning that this is not a working day. Do you want to still go ahead? Okay. And when you are planning your production activity, system will leave Saturday and Sunday and it will plan on Monday. Okay, so these are the significance of factory calendar, which gets assigned to a plant, and it can also be assigned to a work center, which is master data. That is important for us. Okay, so we have sales and distribution. So under sales and distribution, sales guys will configure their sales organization, as in where they are selling, what are their distribution channel, okay, how the product will be distributed. Will it be distributed from warehouse to the retailers, okay, directly, or will it go to a channel and then it goes to retailers and then it goes to the shops? Okay, so those things will be defined here. We are not bothered. So material management, again, the only thing which concerns us is the storage location. So every material, if you logically think, okay, in SAP, it has to be stored somewhere, right? So you have your raw materials. You will have one storage location to store it. And if you have multiple raw materials, you cannot just bulk everything in one storage location. You will have storage location A, B, C, so that you can segregate that, okay, this item will go in A, this item will go in B, and some items will go in C. All right. So this is how you should be checking, okay, what is the storage locations in different plants. All right, this will be again the activity of team. Okay. And we will see how we can assign a storage location to the material when we are doing our material master data. So plant and maintenance, we are not bothered. Plant and maintenance is a module which will help to help your machines running. Okay. So for example, you have two lines, okay, where the production is going on, and one line is down. So you will create a breakdown, okay, order for the plant and maintenance guys. They will come, they will see, and they will try to fix it. All right. So if you give this activity to an outside vendor, they will be doing it for you. But if you plan it, doing it in the SAP, this module will come in picture. Okay, what else we have? So this was the brief understanding of our enterprise structure, different modules. Do you have any questions here? Else we can go forward. Any doubts? This is something which should not be by-hearted, but good to know information. Okay, fine. So the next information node which should be taking care of, not us exactly, but we should be knowing few things are under this node, logistics general. Okay, so we have material master. All right, and under basic settings, material types. All right, so a material type, every material, when we say we have a finished good, we have a semi-finished good, a raw material, okay, a pipeline material. So how the system will understand what is finished, what is raw material, what is semi-finished? So this has to be defined here by the team. Okay, and similarly, if you want to understand that by looking at a number, okay, so if I'm looking at a number between 1 to 10,000, I want to say like this is my finished good. From 10,001 to 20,000, I want to say like this is my raw material. Those things I can define in my number range. I can give one number range to every material type. Finished good can have one material number range, raw material can have other number range. Okay, so similarly we will have number ranges for everything. For our routing, which is material master, okay, master data for our production planning, we have number ranges for batch. Everything we has a number range if we want to segregate by looking at the numbers. Usually business says that I want this numbers for my finished product, I want these numbers for my raw materials. So these guys will be doing this, team. Okay, so here we can see different type of material types. All right, I'm talking about finished product, so I mean FERT. So if someone says what is my finished product, so you will be looking under FERT. Okay, MM60. So this is my list, complete list under this plant. If I say I want to see only FERT materials, I can give the filter and I can run it. So I can see all the FERT materials. Okay, and if I want to see ROH, which is my raw materials, I can say ROH. Okay, so this is the one screen MM60 to find out what kind of materials and how many materials do I have. Okay, this is a report, I would say. All right, and if you want, if there is a requirement from business that they want to create a custom finished product, okay, by changing some settings. So there are many settings under this. Okay, and we can default, if this is a FERT material, what should be the views I should be looking at. Okay, so these settings are done by the team. We should not be bothered about this, but this is again a good to know information, where it is stored, how it is stored. Okay, these are never asked in our interviews also. They will not ask you what settings is under the material type. So if we scroll down, we may have some Z. Okay, so this Z is our custom. Whenever we are creating anything custom in the SAP, we will start with Z. Okay, so we say Z types, Z reports, Z material types, Z orders. Okay, so everything which starts from Z is a custom, which is copy of our standard. Okay, and we do some changes in that. So this is one thing which we should be aware of, material types under Logistics General Material Master. Okay. All right. So under this Material Master, this was one important thing. And the other important thing is our batch management. Okay. We will cover this topic after we are completed with the configurations, material, master data, okay, running one cycle. Then we will come to this. But just for your understanding, this batch management process comes under our Logistics General. Okay. So how the batch is defined, what is batch determination. Okay. We will cover this topic later on. Okay, so any questions here, any understanding or any doubts you guys are getting, let me know. If this session is interactive, even you will have understanding, you will clear your doubts. If you have something, ask.
Um, Actually, I have one doubt, not a doubt, just a confirmation. So, whatever you showed here regarding the finance and controlling will be handled by a different team. We will be handling only some issues related to plant, something related to material and productions only, right?
Right. So there is an integration between production planning and finance. Okay.
Okay.
So those complete settings will be provided by the SAP the finance team. Okay. And when we are doing our production, all right, and if the production cost is not coming, then we have to see if something which is missing from our end. All right. So then both of the teams will work together to find out what could be the issues. So there could be two issues. All right, which I will confirm in the later classes. But if you want, I can just show you because we are already almost like 8 o'clock. So I will not start my topic right now today, the production configurations, everything. So I'll start in the next class tomorrow. But let me give you that answer first. So there is one report called COIS, COOIS, okay, and COOIS PI. These two are the reports. PI is for the process industries. P is COOIS is for your production orders. Okay, these all transactions I will send you via either WhatsApp, or if you guys can send me the emails, I can just drop it to you. Okay, whatever is important and necessary. So we are talking about 1710 plant. In 1710 plant, if we execute this report, we can see how many orders are created. So these are my production orders. These are my production order status. REL means released. CNF means confirmed. Okay. CSCR means costing is done. All right. And let me show you where could be the issue. In that case, costing team or finance team will come to you. So here we have something called cost. Okay, and if we go to analysis, so every material which you are producing in the system should be a cost relevant, right? You're producing not for free, not for charity. Everything will have certain cost connected to it. If you consume the raw materials, am I audible now? I think I lost connection for some time.
Yes,
Yes,
you are
sir.
audible.
Okay, great. So fine. So I was saying all the raw materials, okay, will have some cost, and even the semi-finished product and the final product will have a cost. So we say target cost. That means what is my target of this material? What is my actual cost? So when we are producing a material, there could be some scrap, right? Not all the raw materials are good, or if I'm bringing from my warehouse to the production location, it might break, okay, or something can spill if it's a liquid. So we are never 100% sure that whatever is my target or whatever is my planned will be my actual cost. So actual cost can be little lesser or it can be more. Okay, so in this case, if you see 1717, but this is 1738. So there is a variance. Okay, so these all calculation finance team will do in the back end. They will do the settlement once your production activity is completed. So you plan for one piece